What's up guys? Today's video is all about my favorite foundations for oily skin. I have actually done this video before quite a long time ago, and I got a couple requests to do an updated one, so here I am. And some of these may not actually control my oils all day long, but they still look decent when my oils do come through. They don't like ball up or separate or just like melt in a gross way. I feel like I can never really ask products to be like this magical, like stop my skin from being oily, because my skin is just oily and almost nothing can stop that. So I'm just happy if it doesn't look like a damn mess at the end of the day. The first one, and probably the most obvious one, is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is such a holy grail foundation for so many oily skin people in this world. I have to say it is one of, if not the most oil controlling foundation I have ever used in my life. It definitely has a very slight powder finish. Once it dries, lasts all day long, and it is really, really oil controlling. I have the shade 1N1, by the way, which is, if you can see some of this dried up crusty business, it is a little bit too dark for me, but I do make it work. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Light Stay in Place Makeup. So I have the shade 0.5, by the way. And this is just like a lighter weight version of the original. I would say it still gives almost the same amount of coverage. It just doesn't have quite the same, I would say, powder matte finish. It still is really great for oil controlling. It's just a tiny bit more natural in finish and a little bit more lightweight feeling. This is the MAC Matchmaster Foundation. Very, very dirty and disgusting, but it's very well loved. You can see I'm about halfway down this bottle, and it's probably the third or fourth bottle that I have purchased in my life. I love this, and I cannot believe that it is not talked about more. It has a beautiful matte finish. It's lightweight on the skin. It gives decent coverage. I would say medium coverage. It blends really well, and even if you have like texture, like combo skin, I would still totally recommend this. It just really smooths everything out and never sinks into my pores and never looks cakey. And it's one of those foundations that holds up. Amazing. Go check it out. And I'm in the shade 1.0. This is the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Longwear High Cover Foundation. I really like this because it is amazing at smoothing over my skin. It isn't the most oil controlling of all of these. Like, I would say I still get a little bit shiny with this one. But even when I do, it doesn't separate, it doesn't ball up, it doesn't look gross, it doesn't melt. My skin just gets shiny. So easily fixed with a blotting sheet for me. And I just love it. It's thin, I would say it's medium coverage. I don't really think that it's full coverage or high coverage like it says. And if you have like texture or flakes or dryness, but you still do get kind of oily, I would totally recommend this. All right, this was actually in my first video as well, but it had completely different packaging. This is the Stila Stay All Day Foundation, and it does have a concealer pot as well, but this is really like weirdly oily and gross, so I don't use this. But the foundation itself, oh my god, it's amazing. It's like a kind of light whipped moussey kind of texture, but it has really amazing coverage. It feels decently lightweight on the skin. It literally stays on like no other. Like, this to me, in terms of long wear, is totally on par with the Estee Lauder Double Wear. But this one, I actually prefer the finish. It's more natural looking. It doesn't leave you totally matte. I would say it's more of like a satin finish, but it's still amazing at oil control. And I'm in the shade Porcelain 0, which I think is a newer shade. When it had the old packaging, this shade didn't exist. So yeah, love this. And I have a video on this one that I just filmed the other day, so you can go check that out. This is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour Foundation. I have the shade 100 Ivory. It's a little bit dark for me, so I can't wear it currently, but this is an amazing long lasting and oil controlling foundation. I really like it because it's comfortable. I never feel like it's dry on my skin. It says full coverage, and I do think that you can build it up to full coverage for sure. This kind of reminds me a lot of the MAC Matchmaster Foundation. This is just a really great drugstore option if you're looking for oil control and coverage, and definitely has a matte finish. Switching gears here for a second, this is the Pore Fessional Pore Minimizing Makeup from Benefit that came out this year. And this is a really strange thing. This is a strange product because the box said you could wear it on its own or just like as a kind of priming product. And even on the back here, it says apply on bare skin or over makeup. So I mean, I've never really tried it over makeup, so I don't really know how that works. And this is very, very watery, and I wouldn't totally recommend this as a foundation on its own just because it is really streaky. Additionally, the shade range sucks. So I know it sounds like I'm shitting on this product, but it's actually amazing at oil control. So I would totally recommend using this like just in your T-zone underneath your foundation, just to control oil so that you can still wear whatever foundation you want over top, whether that's a dewy foundation. This is like a weirdly amazing product. Another lightweight product is the Makeup Forever Water Blend Foundation. I have the shade Y225 currently, but I also can wear Y215. This is another one of those products where even though it's not going to control your oils for, you know, all day long, at least it doesn't look gross once the oils do come through. I actually find this very similar to the MAC Face and Body, but this one has more of a matte finish. I find the MAC Face and Body stays really dewy, whereas this one actually does set down. You can layer this and it never looks cakey. I just love it. It's thin, it's light coverage, and like I said, when your oils do come through, it doesn't separate, it doesn't go gross. It just stays really, really nice. This one here is the Bourgeois 123 Perfect Foundation. Honestly, I need to wear this more. It is creamy, it is moisturizing, but it dries matte, it's long lasting. It's a really, really great coverage. It says here is up to 16 hours, totally agree with that. It supposedly has like 3 correcting pigments like yellow, purple, and green. I don't know if I really noticed that, but my skin looks really even and really just perfectly velvety smooth when I wear this. This one here is the Givenchy Teint Couture Long Wearing Fluid Foundation. The reason that I love it so much is because it dries almost instantly. I really, really like foundations that set quickly and are matte. So this one definitely is a matte foundation, very long wearing, definitely sticks to your face, but it doesn't give you that powdery matte. It's just kind of a nice matte. Out of all of them, this is probably the one that I would have to blot the most at the end of the day, but I still really love it. Really great if you have oily skin and like that quick dry factor. And I have the shade One Elegant Porcelain in this. It does oxidize a bit, but definitely can get away with it. And the last one I'm going to mention today is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. And I don't wear this very much because there's never really a shade that's perfect for me. So I have 0.5 and 1.0. 1.0 looks better on me than 0.5, but it really does look amazing on the skin. It's one of those foundations that's super runny and liquidy and just blends so easily on your skin. It really smooths everything out. It's very, very natural, somewhere between light and medium coverage, and it keeps me matte for a decently long time. I would say after the 5 or 6 hour mark, I might get a little bit shiny on my nose, but again, it's one of those things where it doesn't look nasty once you do get shiny. But yeah, it's just a really great overall foundation and gives a really nice satin matte finish. Anyway, guys, that is the end of this video. I hope that you enjoyed. Please share your favorite foundations for oily skin below. Like I said, there are tons more that I love, and I did do this video before where there's a few others that I still do really like, but these are the ones that I really reach for continuously still in my everyday routine. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. You can always subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. I put out new ones every single week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.